So before the comments go crazy saying that I'm a pro-Trump guy or whatever, let me make this statement, okay? I'm not pro-Biden, nor am I pro-Trump. I'm just a Canadian who's going all in into Tesla stock, and I'm looking at this through all lenses. And by the looks of it, it looks like a Trump presidency could actually be bullish for Tesla. I know it kind of sounds weird, but watch this video. I do think some of the points here does make sense. And also Dan Ives has some interesting to say about this as well. We'll take a look at that as well. So let's get into it. Again, guys, I'm not into this political stuff or anything like that. Just looking to see who's more bullish for Tesla. That's all. So smash that like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Let's go. So the big fear on the block right now is if Trump gets reelected again, he'll remove the EV credit. You know, that's the big fear that, oh my God, the EV credit is going to hurt Tesla and all that, even though, in my opinion, it ain't going to hurt Tesla. It's actually going to hurt everyone else and help Tesla in the long term. But let's take one step back. Why was the EV credit made in the first place, right? And for whom was it made? I think we have to clarify this for us to understand the points going forward, okay? So for who? This was made for the legacy automakers. Back in 2022, when Biden brought the EV credit, automatically some Teslas were not eligible for it, which is crazy because this is an EV credit. Teslas are nothing but an EV. And 2 years ago at that time, there was a big controversy going on X, on Twitter. It was insane. Everybody was upset. It was crazy because now, you know, it's EV credit and you're not giving the most EV vehicle, American-made vehicle, the EV credit. Even though the Tesla Model Y was hitting all criteria, was eligible for all of it to the flippin' T, for some reason, the IRA Act put the Tesla Model Y as not an SUV. So because of that, it just didn't qualify, which is just, it's crazy because it is an SUV. Now, this got fixed, I think, a couple months or a month or a few weeks later. But nonetheless, it got a lot of people upset. And what was so ridiculous about this is that majority of the EVs, or should I say vehicles that had the EV credit, weren't even EV. They were hybrids, like a flippin' Jeep. That was qualified for an EV credit. Like, Jeep is the most gas-guzzling vehicle out there. How can this qualify for an EV credit? Because it's in hybrid? I'm sorry, but hybrids are not EVs. They are not EVs. It was an incredibly shishi time 2 years ago, but now they fix it. You know, Tesla vehicles do opt in for the EV credit, even though they kind of don't need it. Free money for Tesla, nonetheless. But this was made for legacy automakers because they just can't make a profitable EV. But we'll get to that in a second. Why? Why was the EV credit made? Why was it part of the IRA? Why was it there? Well, that's because, again, legacy automakers cannot make a profitable EV even till today. Like, even till today, they can't, which is just, it's just crazy. You see, like, Ford and all these other guys losing tens of thousands of dollars per each EV sold to the point that they're going like and saying, changing the narrative, saying that nobody wants an EV. They want gas cars, even though the data is showing something else. Look, Tesla is the only vehicle, aside from BYD, that even though they reduce prices by 50%, they're making industry-leading margins even till today. Like what, 7,000, 7,500 gross profits per each vehicle sold, even after a 50% discount, a price cut, not discount, price cut. It's unreal. But this EV credit was made for legacy automakers so they can at least try to make a profitable EV, or if they can't, they got $7,500 wiggle room because the government will come and pay for it. But this benefited Tesla, which is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, Tesla brought down the price 50%, and on top of that, they had the $7,500 EV credit. So it did not play well. And you guys can see the narrative changing in terms of the gas cars, all these legacy automakers saying that,
nope. Nope. Everybody wants gas cars. EVs, nobody wants EVs. Maybe hybrids. We'll double down on hybrids. But nobody wants EVs. Range anxiety and all that stuff.
It's quite funny to see. Legacy automakers, they need the EV credit so they can have that little, advantage, that edge for them to sell vehicles cheaper because, they can't make an affordable EV, right? Tesla doesn't need it. They just don't need it. It's free money for them. And if Trump gets elected and he removes the EV credit, that's pretty much destroying the entire legacy automakers, because we know that the consumer market is moving to EVs. EVs are the future. And if you're removing this EV credit, legacy automaker companies cannot compete with Tesla. We just can't. They're not competing now. And if they are, they're losing a whole bunch of money. But if you take that away, then it's just, hey man, you win. It's hard to compete with a company that they reduced prices by 50% and they're still making industry-leading margins, while that is a sector that everybody or the whole market is going to be transitioning to. And you're still stuck with making gas cars. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
But Pejjy, man, Trump said that EVs, EVs don't work. EVs don't have long ranges, and EVs are this, and EVs are bad, and EVs are this, and EVs are that. China EVs and bad China and all that kind of stuff. Trump is against all these things.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because there are some facts, some cold, hard facts how Tesla performed under a Trump presidency literally 4 or 5 years ago. Here are the facts. Number 1, Tesla soared more than 2,000%. Tesla rolled out the Model 3 and the Model Y. Tesla built out 1,500 supercharger stations, with majority being in the US between 2017 and 2021. Tesla grew vehicles from 2017 of 100,000 vehicles to almost 1 million in 2021. Which again, this is Trump's presidency. Trump invited Elon to the White House, unlike Biden, and they met regularly. I mean, Biden is shunning and avoiding Elon. And Biden is pro-EVs. That's the crazy part. And he's shunning Elon and Tesla. The guy won't even say the goddamn freaking company's name. And Trump is inviting him and talking to him and meeting regularly with him because Trump knows Elon. Number 6, unlike Biden, Trump acknowledged Elon and Tesla, also saying that Elon must be protected. My God, this is what we need from a president. Not going against him in ways to the judge in Delaware. That's a conspiracy theory, right? And by the way, that judge is checkmate. You guys can check that video. And last but not least, number 7, there was a harmony between the two, unlike Biden, even though Trump is not a fan of EVs. But nonetheless, the Tesla did much better under the Trump administration presidency than it is right now with Biden. Now, I guess I get it. Majority of the things that's going on with Biden, it's not fair. I get it. Interest rates are high. We had all this printing going on in 2020 and 2021. That's, we're still getting the effect of it now. And high interest rates does impact vehicle sales, not just EV sales, it's total vehicle sales. Everybody's down, not just Tesla. I get that. I absolutely do. But you cannot avoid that the president is avoiding Elon right now. That's the biggest one. He's not working with Elon. The guy has a summit, EV summit, and doesn't invite Elon, this Biden guy. Why? Well, again, I don't think it's Biden's fault. I really don't think it's Biden's fault. I think the union's behind him. I think there's some other people again. It's conspiracy. I don't think it's a conspiracy, but I don't know. That's what I think. That's what I think. That's the answer to your concern about Trump saying all about this EV stuff. And I'm pretty sure Elon is going to get close with him and say, yo, chill. And I think there's already been talks that he's been talking with Trump about this EV stuff, all that kind of stuff. Everything behind curtains is a whole lot different than what it is in front. That's all I'm going to say. Now, Dan Ives had some interesting things to say about a Tesla and Trump presidency, how it's going to benefit Tesla and Elon, all that kind of stuff. Let's take a listen. But first, smash that like button. Let's go.
If Trump wins and rolls back some of these EV financial incentives, don't know if he will, but let's say he did, would Tesla have a natural advantage over its customers because of its price point? In other words, are they kind of, dare I say, a Trumpy portfolio type company?
Oh, I'd say, Trump pro-Musk. And I'd say it's bullish. A Trump presidency would, at the end of the day, be bullish for Tesla, negative for EVs. Then we saw that when you showed that across Rivian and others. And I think it also speaks to the Biden administration. Musk has really been an afterthought. In a Trump administration...
Well, he's been actively ignored.
Actively.
President Biden, I think 2 weeks ago, tweeting out something like, we're going to make EVs in America. And he got ratioed, and people are like, Tesla? Mm-hmm. And already does?
And I think if Trump's in the White House, Musk gets more front and center. That's bullish for Tesla, especially if you start to see those EV rebates roll back. Negative for the industry, bullish for Tesla.
But that's the point. If somebody decides to buy an EV Silverado from GM, in part because they get $7,500, right? If that goes away, they might say, I just can't pay that. I'm going to go with a Model X.
And they've already scaled. If you look at their scale and you look at their pricing, they are in a massive position of strength. And that's why I think as you start seeing more signs of Trump presidency, that is bullish for Tesla.
First things first, he said that Trump is pro-Musk, and I 100% agree with him. He said many times in interviews, Trump said this many times in interviews, saying that we got to protect Elon. We have to, he is a big brain of the United States, and he is shaking the world in ways that can shape us, and the United States should be the front of that. We must protect him, and he did say that. That's the first thing, okay? Second, he said that Trump removing the EV credit is actually bullish for Tesla and negative for other EV makers or just legacy automakers. I mean, just as we talked about earlier in this video, that's 100% true because they need it. They need it. Tesla doesn't, but they need it. Then Dan Ives said that Elon will be front and center with Trump, unlike Biden, that he's not a fan of Tesla or Elon. Like, for example, Elon and Trump actually sitting and talking regularly, because that has happened before and I think still happens today over the phone. I don't know why Biden doesn't talk to Elon. If you want some good insights, Elon is the guy. He's in the space. He's doing this Tesla stuff, energy stuff. I mean, he has a lot of information. I don't know. They should sit down and talk. But the last thing, number 4, last thing is actually one of my favorite things. What was said is that if EV credit goes away, more people will be interested in Tesla since they are now priced the same or even cheaper than, for example, a Silverado, like the news anchor was saying. Because now the EV credit's gone, it's okay, why do that when I can just get the same thing and better technology and better features with the Model X? Which is, I never thought about it that way, but that is true. The prices have come down so much that now it competes with these other legacy automakers, even the highest luxurious cars like the Model S and X's. Woo! That's crazy. Now again, guys, I'm not pro-Biden, nor am I pro-Trump. I'm just a Canadian who's going all in Tesla stock. I'll keep my nose where it is, which is, Trudeau versus Pierre. That's who we're going to face next year. However, though, the debate was hilarious. And the next one, I'll be going live stream from it because, it's just too good not to go live stream for that. If Biden is still the candidate, right? So that is a sheesh moment. I hope you guys, got some more clarity with this. I hope this Trump attack doesn't scare you guys. And again, if Biden wins, it's pretty much the same thing right now. That's what it is. It's just extended, just more of it. That's it. That's just what it is, right? But I do think under the Trump presidency, things are going to be a whole lot better for Tesla. Let's see what happens. Again, maybe, when it comes to the end, maybe it won't be Biden or Trump. It'll be somebody else. I don't know. It doesn't matter. This is politics. At the end of the day, this is just noise. It really is just noise. Just look at the long-term value of the company, and that's all, and you're good to go. I'll see you guys in the next video. Love y'all. See ya.